Bob Nieman. Bob Nieman made history in 1951 as the first player ever to homer in his first two MLB at-bats, a debut that seemed destined for greatness. Yet despite consistent production and a .295 lifetime average across 12 seasons, he never achieved stardom. A steady outfielder who quietly excelled for multiple teams, Nieman embodied reliability without spectacle. His career reminds us how baseball often forgets the dependable craftsmen who lack drama, but built the sport's quiet foundation. Bill Verdon. Bill Verdon's defense and discipline made him the quiet heart of the Pittsburgh Pirates during the 1950s and 1960s. A Gold Glove center fielder and Rookie of the Year, he led by example, not volume. Later managing 4 teams, Verdon brought the same calm authority to the dugout. Despite postseason triumphs and respect across generations, his understated excellence faded from memory, proof that baseball often overlooks leadership built on steadiness rather than spectacle. Tony Oliva. Tony Oliva's bat defined precision and beauty in the 1960s. A 3-time batting champion and Rookie of the Year, he led the league in hits 5 times and struck fear into pitchers with effortless grace. His Cuban flair made him magnetic, but knee injuries shortened a Hall-worthy career. Overshadowed by longer-lasting legends, Oliva remains a testament that greatness isn't measured in years. It's measured in impact, and few shone brighter in their brief prime. Ken Williams. Ken Williams made history in 1922 as MLB's first ever 30-30 player, hitting 39 home runs and stealing 37 bases, a revolutionary blend of power and speed decades ahead of its time. Playing in St. Louis during Babe Ruth's rise, his accomplishments were swallowed by louder legends. Yet, Williams quietly pioneered the prototype for modern multi-dimensional sluggers, proving long before analytics that balance and versatility could be just as electrifying as brute strength. Eddie Yost. Eddie Yost, affectionately called the Walking Man, turned patience into a weapon before baseball valued it. Over 18 seasons, he posted a .394 on-base percentage and led the league in walks 6 times. Yost wasn't flashy, but his discipline anchored lineups and frustrated pitchers. Long underappreciated, his approach now reads like early sabermetrics in motion. Yost's legacy proves that baseball's smartest players often left their impact quietly, one unglamorous base at a time. Boog Powell. Boog Powell was Baltimore's muscle through the 1960s and 70s, a fan-favorite slugger who combined power with personality. With 339 home runs, 4 All-Star selections, and the 1970 AL MVP, he was a cornerstone of the Orioles' golden era. Off the field, his humor and love of barbecue made him a Baltimore legend. Yet amid stars like Brooks Robinson and Jim Palmer, Powell's legacy dimmed, though his mix of strength, charm, and leadership remains unforgettable. Buddy Bell. Buddy Bell carried on a baseball legacy with grace and grit. The son of Gus Bell, he carved out an 18-year career defined by quiet excellence, 5 Gold Gloves, consistent .279 hitting, and stellar defense at third base. Bell wasn't loud or flashy, but he anchored teams through leadership and steadiness. Today, he's rarely mentioned among greats, yet his professionalism and dependability embody the kind of player every franchise dreams of, but few truly appreciate. Minnie Miñoso. Minnie Miñoso, the Cuban Comet, was a trailblazer who shattered barriers as one of MLB's first Black Latino stars. A dynamic hitter and fearless base runner, he led the league in hit by pitches 10 times and brought infectious energy to every at-bat. Racism and timing denied him full recognition during his prime, but his impact endured. Decades later, Miñoso's legacy finally received justice, celebrated as both a pioneering athlete and a symbol of joyful defiance. Roy Sievers. Roy Sievers was a quiet powerhouse of the 1950s, winning Rookie of the Year and belting 318 home runs before the era of televised fame. Year after year, he produced 30 homer seasons with mechanical precision, yet few fans remember his name. Overshadowed by bigger market stars, Sievers became a forgotten link between early post-war baseball and its modern slugging age. A reminder that greatness without glamour often slips through history's cracks. Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey epitomized the dependable journeyman, spending 17 seasons contributing quietly but consistently across multiple clubs. With over 1,500 hits and steady double-digit home run power, he never drew headlines yet always delivered. His versatility made him invaluable first base, third base, pinch hitting, whatever the team needed. Bailey's story belongs to baseball's invisible backbone, the steady workers who make winning possible even if history forgets their names in box scores. Vern Stephens. Vern Stephens was baseball's original power-hitting shortstop, redefining the position decades before Ernie Banks. In 1949, he blasted 39 home runs and led the league in RBIs, a rare feat for a middle infielder. An 8-time All-Star, he combined strength with sure-handed defense, setting the template for generations to follow. Yet time buried his name. Stephens deserves rediscovery as the prototype for the modern slugging shortstop, one of baseball's true forgotten innovators. Del Ennis. Del Ennis was one of the National League's most consistent sluggers of the 1940s and 50s, collecting over 2,000 hits and 288 home runs for the Phillies. A 3-time All-Star, he carried Philadelphia's offense through its whiz kids era, but was overshadowed by flashier teammates. Beloved by fans in his day, Ennis's quiet production faded with time. His career stands as proof that even steady greatness can vanish when team legends steal the spotlight. Wally Burger. Wally Burger was the National League's original powerhouse before Joe DiMaggio or Hank Aaron ever swung a bat. In 1930, he smashed 38 home runs and drove in 119 as a rookie record that lasted for decades. Yet his brilliance was buried under the Braves' losing seasons. Burger's raw strength and smooth mechanics could have dominated any era, but history forgot him. He remains one of baseball's earliest examples of greatness lost to circumstance. Tommy Henrich. Old reliable. Tommy Henrich embodied the Yankees' golden standard of clutch play and composure. As Joe DiMaggio's steady outfield partner, he hit 183 career home runs and delivered some of the franchise's most crucial postseason moments, including a walk-off in the 1949 World Series. Yet history often casts him in supporting roles beside legends. Henrich's calm dependability made him indispensable, a reminder that even dynasties rely on players who shine quietly in the shadows. Bob Lemon. Bob Lemon transitioned from outfielder to Hall of Fame pitcher, winning 207 games for Cleveland. His smooth delivery and quiet command defined consistency through the 1940s and 50s. Despite Cooperstown honors, he's rarely discussed among pitching greats. Lemon's transformation story of a hitter-turned-ace stands as one of baseball's most remarkable reinventions. Two modestly told today. Al Rosen. In 1953, Al Rosen came one vote shy of a unanimous MVP, leading the league in homers, RBIs, and runs. Fierce and fiery, Rosen retired early due to injuries but left behind elite production. Forgotten amid Cleveland's decades of drought, he embodied post-war power. His short, shining prime remains one of baseball's lost treasures. Dom DiMaggio. The little professor lived in the shadow of his brother Joe, but Dom DiMaggio was an all-time great center fielder in his own right. A 7-time All-Star with sharp instincts and leadership, he commanded Boston's outfield for a decade. Overshadowed by family fame, he remains a symbol of quiet excellence eclipsed by brighter lights. Norm Cash. Norm Cash's 1961 season 119 RBIs, 361 average, and 41 home runs was one of the greatest ever. Yet his regression afterward made fans forget. He stayed a beloved Tiger for years, blending humor with power. Cash's odd career arc, from MVP-level dominance to comic relief, shows baseball's volatility and how one historic peak can still fade. Don Baylor. Don Baylor blended toughness and talent. The 1979 MVP was both power hitter and hit-by-pitch magnet, known for crowding the plate fearlessly. He later became one of the game's most respected managers and mentors. Yet history overlooks his leadership and grit. Baylor's legacy belongs to baseball's warrior-class players who made every bruise worth something. Ron Cey. The Penguin was the Dodgers' cornerstone at third base through the 1970s, combining quirky style with clutch performance. A 6-time All-Star and 1981 World Series co-MVP, Cey embodied quiet reliability. Though overshadowed by Garvey and Lopes, his toughness and power steadied a dynasty. Forgotten unfairly, Cey deserves to stand taller in baseball's memory. Bob Welch. Bob Welch won 27 games in 1990, an almost mythical total in modern baseball. A 2-time All-Star and Cy Young winner, he was a pillar of both Dodgers and Athletics rotations. Despite remarkable numbers, Welch rarely enters elite conversations. His composed, durable excellence defines what fans miss when only dominance makes headlines. George Kell. A master contact hitter, George Kell outdueled Ted Williams for the 1949 batting crown and made 10 All-Star teams. His compact swing and humility made him adored in Detroit but absent from highlight reels. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1983, Kell remains a model of craft over charisma proof that precision outlasts power. Tony Cuccinello. Tony Cuccinello was a Depression-era stalwart, playing 15 seasons with consistency and grace. A .280 career hitter and three-time All-Star, he represented the reliable infielder archetype. His calm professionalism made him indispensable but easily forgotten amid louder names. Cuccinello's story reflects baseball's respect for routine excellence, a virtue often lost in the highlight era. Bob Elliott. Bob Elliott, the 1947 NL MVP, powered the Braves before Hank Aaron arrived. A six-time All-Star and third-base innovator, he combined leadership and bat speed in equal measure. Yet modern fans barely know him. Elliott's career bridges the pre-television gap, a reminder that greats without film footage often fade into sepia-tone memory. Billy Goodman. Billy Goodman won the 1950 batting title while playing nearly every position. His versatility was unmatched, yet it doomed his fame. Moving constantly around the diamond made him indispensable but anonymous. Goodman exemplified the team-first archetype, sacrificing identity for flexibility. His quiet skill remains the unseen backbone of championship rosters everywhere. Cecil Travis. Cecil Travis hit .309 in 1941, then left to fight in World War II, where frostbite permanently damaged his legs. When he returned, he was never the same. His career, derailed by duty, became one of baseball's saddest what-ifs. Forgotten by most, Travis's courage outshines statistics. A story of humanity buried in box scores. Gavy Cravath. Before Babe Ruth, Gavy Cravath ruled baseball's home run charts. The deadball-era slugger led the league 6 times between 1913 and 1919. His pull-hitting mastery exploited shallow fences, changing offensive strategy. Yet when the live ball era arrived, he vanished from conversation. Cravath was baseball's first power hitter and one of its most unjustly forgotten. Rico Carty. Rico Carty won the 1970 batting title but battled illness, injury, and team politics. Known as Big Boy, his cheerful energy masked internal battles that limited his career. Still, he hit .299 lifetime with genuine flair. Forgotten in the shuffle of Braves history, Carty's story speaks to resilience and talent unfulfilled but unforgettable. Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes became a 1954 World Series hero with the Giants, delivering pinch-hit home runs that sealed victories. Yet after that miracle October, his career quickly faded. Rhodes never became a regular, but his brief brilliance defined clutch hitting. Baseball forgets him often, but every postseason hero chasing a dream follows his footsteps. Ellis Valentine. Ellis Valentine was one of the most electrifying outfield arms ever. His laser throws from right field in Montreal stunned fans, but a shattered face from a pitch derailed his trajectory. A career that began like a superstar ended too soon. Valentine's forgotten flame reminds us how fragile greatness can be one moment from vanishing. Baseball's forgotten players are the silent chords in its long symphony. They didn't break records or draw headlines, yet they built the sport's foundation season after season of unseen excellence. Their stories remind us that greatness isn't always immortalized. Sometimes it's hidden between box scores and faded photos. To remember them is to honor baseball's true soul, not just its legends, but the lives that made them possible.